So I could apologize, but it is what it is. I talk a lot and it's for you. I'm telling you guys about your life and your future. So you should be grateful. And sorry that my messages were long this week, but it is what it is. They're each over 30 minutes and tap in, align with this energy if this is the message for you. But anyhow, let's get right to the tea. My name's Kat. This is my channel, Pure Premonitions, where we make more magic. So let's see what we got going on here. Ooh. We've got a journey, but you're being like slow to decide. Look how slow she's moving. Over S. So I just felt like it's a she. And we had just pulled the Two of Wands, which is our travel card, and the Chariot, which typically moves in fast. But this particular deck shows me that we're kind of at a standstill, choosing which direction we're going to go in, this way or that way, this way or that way. So that is definitely shown here. And then, but we made a choice. She makes a choice at the end. Okay. Let's first see the saucer. You know what's funny is I see the United States. I see the United States that you're grounded in. So maybe you're from the United States because it's right above Taurus. And like Florida in particular is concentrated right over Taurus. So maybe you're from Florida, which is funny because yo in the house, okay? But then there's like other continents that are spanning around the saucer in a crescent vibe, moving through half of the zodiacs. So I'll name the ones that are on the side, but then I'll specify which is more prevalent. We've got Gemini, Cancer. Cancer is more prevalent. Leo is heavy. Leo is super prevalent. We've got no leaves, but liquid. We've got some tea on Virgo. So Virgo energy could just be emotional and not like grounded with the tea leaves. We've got some very minimal Libra, but enough to mention it. And heavier on Scorpio. Very light on Sagittarius and Capricorn, but enough to mention it. Okay. There's a wish. The star is almost fully saturated, but there's still 2 gaps here. So it's like you still need to finish off 2 things before this wish can come through. Which obviously is correlated to traveling somewhere because we've got these continents. And I'm not seeing anything pop out in particular anywhere else. Oh, we have a turtle. Yeah, this wish is coming in slow. Sorry, but it is what it is. Okay, let's see. We're going to start at the base, and then I'll make my way around. Excuse me. I don't know why I said base. I meant at the handle. Okay. Well, there's a lot of separation happening right now, especially since this reading was correlated to love and finances, but honestly pretty heavily like 50-50. But there's a blue dot in the middle too. Blue could be significant for you. Blue lotus was what's in the tea. So I guess that's why this is showing up as little blue specks. But that's telling me emotionally we've been feeling blue about this separation because we've got no leaves. That's telling me there's no energy, that we've been in separation. in a week. In a week, we have very minimal leaves coming through, and it's like a dotted pathway, and it crosses over the full moon, which is all about affection and love. That path, it's literally like breadcrumbs of a path from this affection, trying to make a cut through the separation. So I feel like there's going to be breadcrumbing or some brief conversation to try to sever through this break, this separation. But again, that's right where it kind of leads to that blue, not kind of, it does. That blue dot is in the middle of that path. So it's going to bring in some blues, some blue feelings. But then it trails down. It's like we've got a V or a Z zigzag through. So we cut halfway through the separation, and now we've created a new path downwards with a zigzag going on. We have a smiley face. It's almost like an emoji kiss face. Maybe it'll lead to like one little emoji. I don't know. Again, breadcrumbing. A short separation again, but then a lot of energy comes through. So separation is cut by the end of the month or into the following month. And we have clear communication happening again because leaves are flowing in. We've got them trickled all over the place, and some bigger leaves, some smaller leaves, but there's energy here. What is this? We've got somebody on a pole, or seated, but like holding a stick or a staff or maybe a wand. Like they're trying to ground into their purpose. Okay. We have a banana. What do bananas represent? Potassium. A dragonfly too. So this separation created some transformative energy, some transformation that needed to happen. It does cross over into the crescent moon space and the star space. So the separation is correlated to a wish. It's also correlated to being seen, like putting yourself out there, getting put on the spotlight potentially within this communication that comes through at the end. Okay, we have this heavy blue energy. What is this? Wow. I want to show you this one in particular. Can I even? Look how blue this is. Can you see it on my finger? Wow, wow, wow. What a blue little leaf from that blue lotus. Okay. Almost reminds me of those beetles. What are those beetles called that have like such vibrant blue colors? Anyhow. Right now, you're not making any progress towards success. Like, I feel like this really puts you down. Not to say that you're not making progress towards this success, but underneath the mountain range, we don't have anything until the end of the month. At the end of the month, it's coming in strong. And I feel like you're running towards it. We've got this person with a hat on, and they're literally like running towards the torch underneath the mountain range. So you're almost like running downhill of this path and recognizing potentially like that you need to, oh, there's a broom here too. There's two brooms. The broom has a witch's hat on it that is directly under the mountain range. The mountain range is always about success, but it's not to say that it's easy success. It's like concerning your career or making progress towards your goals. It's going to take some effort. right? There's a mountain to be climbed. But I like that. It's like this business person who has the hat on. I think that they're in a suit. And now they're finally like almost in a dancing position, but like running downward towards the torch. So this is giving energy of like illustrating this dance of dedication and progress that's needed, that they're finally stepping in towards. Somebody, a dancer, very creative energy coming in at the end of the month. They're finally stepping into that, because it was very stagnant energy for the previous month and last few weeks. But we're finding our purpose. We're clearing our head, like, right? The sorting hat is all about this mental clarity on the broom, on the wand, which is like your energy to move in towards your purpose with passion. We've got a little carrot here too, under the flame. Carrots, what do carrots represent? I feel like they're a root. So you're rooting into this. You're rooting into this passion, which I love. Okay, I've got some snake energy, and it's very minimal. I like that. It's trickling down. It gets a little heavier at the bottom of the base. So right now, you're not getting too much jealousy or anything to be concerned about. But be mindful in a couple of weeks towards the end of the month or into the new month. There's still something here that you should just be careful of. Like, don't tell everybody your plans. They might not have your best interests at heart. Maybe they could be a little jealous. I don't always like to think of the snake as negative energy, although it is talked about in tea leaf reading as some jealousy, or hello Bogart, or like a friend that you can't trust. But we do have a butterfly under here too, or maybe it's a moth. So that's like you're being guided to recognize these kind of energies. And with us coming out of the year of the snake, we're finally shedding that last little bit. You're going to be able to recognize the snakes in the grass by the end of that, right? Into the fire horse year. We have 3 moths. So yeah, you're really being guided to the light. Just don't let it burn you, right? A penguin too. Don't penguins mate for life? I love that. Somebody could be jealous of that energy. Or maybe you're jealous of somebody else, a mate, a friend who found their penguin. Who knows? That's what I'm saying. No fertile energy right now. So even the creative juices, as far as like good ideas, fertility and prosperity and abundance, it's slow right now. There are some little, it's like a leaf here and there, a leaf here and there, very little, nothing to, again, we're not tapping into full fertile energy until a couple weeks from now, into the end of the month, into the next month, March. These fertile juices are coming through. There's an eagle here, or a hawk, some kind of big bird, or it could be a big all black bird, a raven, a crow. They know things too. They're so intuitive. So this, whatever fertile ideas or fertility, like, you're going to know about it coming in, and you're going to be able to soar with that new knowledge. Hello, baby. Bogart's coming in to say hi. I want to say, I thought it was a cactus at first, but it's not. It's a little baby turtle. Little baby turtle coming in slow. Okay, that's in March. So I'm just going to warn you, since it is under the fig, which is all about fertility, you could have a little baby turtle coming up. I'm just going to say that. Girls, if you're not trying to birth the little baby turtle, then be mindful of that. Or this big bird could come sweep down and eat that baby turtle. So, I don't know what you want to do with that information, but that's there for you. There's no big financial matters or no big family matters that you have to deal with until March hits. When March comes around, like March 1st, there are going to be some family issues that you've got to be responsible with, or yeah, it could be finances, it could be family, but there's three major issues here. And it's ironic because the three biggest leaves, it's giving me cup energy, like those three options that were showing up in the Four of Cups, but like the three that are in front of you. So has to do with that. It's gonna bring up some emotional things too, not just responsibility things, but emotionally it's gonna trigger you. Three different aspects. It's correlated directly to Mercury. So it's telling us that there's going to be a journey that's needed for these three choices. Okay. Right now, you've gotten these little bugs. There's like a few little bugs that are in the apple. Well, actually, they're outside the apple. But it's like they're pests. Bugs are pests, right? We're trying to better ourselves, and something is pestering you about it. It's like you know that you have to better yourself and work towards this. We've got a duck flying away from the apple downward towards a lot heavier leaf congregation. Ducks fly in, usually they're with a flock, right? But this duck is by itself. So it's really telling me like this is a solo journey of finding yourself spiritually on this spiritual quest, mentally, physically, emotionally, bettering yourself all around. This is a solo journey, but you are making your way towards a lot more abundance coming in with this heavier congregation of leaves towards the end of the month into March. And this is directly correlated to you having to let go of something, and a major decision coming in. We have Jupiter and Saturn energy. So a major decision has to happen. A bunny rabbit. A bunny and a bee. This major decision has to do with a bunny and a bee. Somebody who picks up on bunny rabbit energy and another person who picks up on bee energy. A busy bee. I feel like rabbits, they seemingly move slow and they're soft and gentle. They're more tapped into their vulnerable sides, but they can move fast, right? Hares are known to be super, super fast if needed be in comparison to the little turtle that showed up earlier. Bees and bunnies, they're fast movers, but they're connected here. They're literally touching. And this is all about, this is on Jupiter. So this is a huge decision needs to be made correlating to these two things. And it's surrounding this spiritual awakening. Okay? So tune into your bee and bunny energy. The BB could be significant, or the letter B. Okay, we have some church placements flowing in at the end of the month into March. But then like end half of March, it's leaving again. So some kind of commitment is coming through. Something. Somebody. Some kind of commitment. I'm seeing this cone again. I'm seeing a person playing drums and they're wearing a hat. Maybe it's like a Mexican sombrero. But when I first thought of that red flag cone that showed up on the cards last reading. So whoever was giving these red flag energies could potentially come through. Mexican descent could be particular. But, or maybe you guys are going to come back in with some kind of commitment under the church placement. Church doesn't have to mean commitment to marriage or anything religious, but it's just talking of a commitment. Yeah, somebody's playing drums with a hat, a pointy hat on their hat. I'll just say. We got some sombrero. There is a heart key, not for the next 2 weeks. So again into March. So there's an opportunity. You have keys. The key is being handed to you to open up a new door, a new pathway. Correlated to the heart. It could be love. It could be your passion pursuits. We've got 2 people on a boat here. So it's giving me lovers. Looks like a gondola. We've got that beetle with the wings spread out wide. So that's the protection beetle. This is protected. Like the Egyptian scarab. You know, something had to be destroyed or consumed for this to come back through. But it was always protected. We have a mushroom here too. Mycelium network is like, you're connected. You are, no matter even if there was distance, you're connected. There's this intuitive knowing. And this is correlated to love. It's right over Venus. Opposites attract. This is definitely love energy coming through. We have another seed right over the fan placement. So these 2 lovers on the boat or on the gondola are flowing towards some kind of meeting because the fan placement talks about external events like a gathering of some kind. It doesn't have to be a big gathering because there's not many leaves here, but they are flowing into coming together in the physical. And then underneath that, it's like you're at a park maybe laying down together on a blanket. They're definitely touching. They're connected. It's like the feminine is laying over the masculine on a blanket at a picnic or something, I'm getting. And there are other people there on other blankets in a park having a picnic too. Books. There's a little shoe. So be mindful of just seeing how other people walk in their shoes, you know. Be open-minded to how other people think and act. But there's 2 major seeds that are planted here from this meeting. And that won't happen for weeks later after the meeting happens. And it's correlated to this love. It's like the seed of love is reignited. So in March is when this picnic happens. And then at the end of March is when the seed penetrates into Venus and starts to sprout. There are literally like 2 green leaves coming off of the seed, which is really cool. Can I show you that? You see, where is it? Okay, we've got Venus here. And then we've got, I wish the lighting was better. We've got this seed right here, and then these 2 leaves sprouting out on either end of the seed. And then this secondary seed is right in the line in between the heart and this meeting. So it definitely planted a seed within the heart space. And it's directly correlated to a wish fulfillment right at the star point, leading to this clover. So it's like we get these moments of feeling affection and love, but we don't feel it externally much until this meeting happens, until right after it happens, because we don't have many leaves. Oh my goodness, all my cards. We don't have many leaves underneath the heart until this, see right here, this is where they're at the picnic. And until after this meeting happens, under that is when we start to get heavier, bigger leaves under the heart space. And there's a wand. So a passion is struck, a purpose is ignited. Wands are all about purpose and passion. And there's another seed there. And it's got growth on it. It's got green coming out of there. So yeah, these seeds are being planted within the heart space, within this wish fulfillment happening. And we had a card saying that there was going to be a wish fulfillment. Okay. It's light. I don't want you to worry, but it's something to mention. The heart space crosses over right next to the hand. So anytime that we have leaves like these crossing over into both placements, the hand there's just a little bit of a challenge. So it's a challenge or a difference in opinion. So this seed that's being planted within the heart does create this challenge that was seemingly non-existent for a little bit, and then it sprinkles back inward. But it's like fairy dust. It's not heavy congregation like over here, So it's just a little bit of a difference of opinions, some kind of minimal trouble or a challenge here within correlated to the heart. But I don't think it's anything too much to worry about. It does cross into the placement of Saturn, excuse you, Bogart. And Saturn is all about releasing, letting go of, and losing something that used to seem valuable. So, the decision could mean like that they have to, if they're going to choose this love, are they going to have to let go of something else, maybe a third party energy or their old independence that they wanted so badly before with not looking to settle down. Bogart, I'm busy. Thank you. The real message of love, I feel like the secret that you really want to know, like, did they love you the whole time or something of that nature? There's a pigeon or a bird coming in, which pigeons are always about these messages of love, and it's underneath the heart letter, the letter from the heart. So at the base, right? It's at the end of the month or into the following month. So into March is when that pigeon is going to deliver this message and really tell you the truth. And that does bring in a lot of love. Look how heavy. So we have no feelings of affection or the full moon can represent like a passionate love affair or just a symbology of this union, right? It's full. But so we don't have any placement, little pieces, but no placement until at the end of March. So after that meeting in the park, and this could even be into the following month after March, but I know it's not this month, is when and after you receive this message with the pigeon of the heart. So something of real sustenance correlating to what they really felt emotionally that's when these feelings of affection and love and this love affair can blossom again, and these leaves congregate heavy towards the end there. And I see this little witch with a cape behind her moving forward. So that's good. We're moving forward, hopefully towards our wish fulfillment. There's a new beginning. We have leaves on the sun and outside the sun and crossing over into this wish. So whatever you're wishing on, there is a new beginning within that. We have a broom crossing over with this new beginning, clearing the energy for this wish to come in. And it's directly correlated to you putting yourself out there. You are putting yourself into the spotlight with the crescent moon energy showing up. So you could be doing something like what I'm doing, speaking your truth, putting your real self out there. And that authenticity is what lets others see you, the real you, right? I'm happy to say that there's barely any Mars energy. So there's like two bigger leaves crossing over into Mars and the star. So some kind of action needs to be taken into making this wish fulfillment happening. But I don't see any challenge here with that. So that's really good. And then this wish fulfillment is lucky. We've got energy on and surrounding the 4-leaf clover. So those 4 of Cups are being reminded to me we had 2 4 of Cups show up, right? And it stressed you out so much, the whole situation, or it stressed out your person so much. The whole situation didn't seem like it was lucky at all, right? Because you were just focusing on the 3 in front of you, all of these options that were stressful, but you weren't seeing the option that was being divinely guided towards you and presented from the hand coming out from the cloud, so from the universe specifically. That was like, this is a lucky opportunity. Why can't you see this? That this choice is being presented to you, and it is surrounded by luck and love and light. But now you're finally seeing that because there's a big leaf on that 4th leaf of the clover. And then the other leaves are crossing the path of the star and the clover. So it is correlated to this wish. Happy tears. We have some blue lotus energy showing up again. So it is an emotional wish come true. Okay, that is what I have for you guys. I hope that correlated, it made sense, and you have some more clarity on your issue. So yeah, this is what I do. This is my channel, Pure Somebody has a hard time speaking their truth. This is my channel, Pure Premonitions. And stay tuned because my podcast is coming out soon. It's all spirituality and witchcraft and love and light. And that is called Pure Presence. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But anywho, let's make more magic together. And I'm just grateful that I was guided towards this collective. And love you.